We fade in on Cinnamon holding his journal and fanning himself off with it. Oh my, things certainly got a little tense back there, but our vagabonds escaped the chaos that Trader's Glen, and they're headed back to Coolclaw with Leonard in tow. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, do any of you want a scene on the boat before we get to, like, the landing?
I probably should have a scene on the boat where I wake up from my injuries with, what's-her-face?
Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wake up, I think, the next morning. Actually, it probably took 2 days to get back, so you guys will end up clearing 2 more exhaustion if you have 2 more to clear off, because they got far enough away, and this was like a night raid, or it was like a morning, they would have spent a day like kind of getting away and healing, and then another night day to sail back. So you wake up after a very, very long sleep, and you see Sid kind of sharpening her knife, kind of looking over you.
Did we win?
We got out, so yes, that's to us, that's winning.
What happened? What happened?
We saw that there was an attack and the Woodland Alliance was mobilizing, so me and Aja came in to extract. We all decided to stick around and come help y'all out. And I think your friend Orson went and saved you as you were floating up in the river. Some Woodland Alliance ships chased us, and we got away.
Oh, did the Erie boat sink?
We didn't stick around for that. I think it was a little on fire, but I think we saw it start to sail away. We didn't stick around to see it sink.
Yeah, I just gotta like plop back in the chair. It's like, what? How? Thanks. He kind of notices the bandage is like all over him.
Welcome. Do you need anything else? Need any I got alcohol or water or
Did we figure out why it happened?
No, we don't have any intel about why the area attacked. I mean, do you have any idea?
You just kind of a quick voiceless flashback to the one card or what's it called, Bluebird saying why. Yeah. I'm just like, I guess it was just orders.
Yeah, that happens.
Sid, what do you like? What do you believe in?
What do I believe in? She, as you say that, I don't think you were either conscious or probably saw it. She has it like facing inward, but there's a mask on her shoulder. She takes out and kind of like looks at it, and as described before, it's a wooden mask. Carved, there are 2 X's where the eyes are that you can see through, and there is a little crudely drawn mouth with a tongue sticking out. And she kind of looks at it and says, I believe in the people I meet and building my friendships and trying to survive in this world. That is the most meaning I can find here.
What about like? So you just do this for the people that you care about?
For myself, and I don't think any one rule, like quote unquote, would suit me to a point where I'd be happy. So I'll rebel against any rule I can when I so choose, and those moments where it's not battle, I'll enjoy the time I have with people I care about.
Poe just kind of like rests back against the bed, I guess, that he's on, like still injured and everything. And then just kind of like thinks about it. He's like, okay. Thanks, Sid.
You're welcome. And puts the mask back on her shoulder.
He just kind of stares at it as she leaves, like the mask. Just like, I wish that wasn't, like, in all honesty, out of character. I wish that wasn't, like, the most perfect fucking mask, because I want it. Because I was trying to think of, like, oh, what could Poe wear that's, like, the same idea but different? And I was like, God, you made it too good. I was like, just genuinely can't think of a better one.
Come up with a co-op one.
Poe thinks about killing Sid to take her. I got this one from a friend. But yeah, no, that's
Okay.
he just kind of stares at the ceiling and kind of thinks about where his loyalties lie. Roll credits.
and 5 minutes in. What about Jack? Jack, is there anything you want to do on the boat?
Ah! I feel like he'd most likely be talking to Orson, but
Yeah.
I'll probably try to make a quick deal with the captain. So what do you think of the machine here? Do you want to fit your boat with a couple?
Well, I mean, I can see the use. Absolutely, a couple. Like, they're not small machines, and it does take up a moderate size of the boat. Roll a charm check.
That's 8.
That's not bad. Captain Chomps kind of looks it up and down for a minute. I think perhaps we could get a little use out of it. I could see some applications for having a flying buzzsaw. I'll tell you what, after, I obviously, me and my crew here, we did quite a solid. We could have left y'all in Trader's Glen. We stayed. We did a little rescue. I think you put in a good word with Lord Scowl for us. Maybe I can throw a little coin your way for one of these.
Okay, I will definitely put in a good word.
And I mean, it'll have to be outfitted a little bit. He kind of explains I think he doesn't know drawing skills, but looks like a child's drawing of how he would want it. Like on the front, it's very scribbly stick figures. There's a stick figure of him with a very fancy hat.
This is great drawing. I see what you want to do.
I much appreciate it. Perhaps after you settle in Coolclaw for a while, you can meet me back at the homestead and do business.
All right, let's go.
Okay, and you guys head back to the port that you guys originally boarded on.
That entire time, it was just Orson and Leonard arguing about the Gazette. Leonard's not happy with his depiction.
It has been about, just a quick reminder, you've been now gone for how long everything is taken. A little short of this is including the time, so you do have to travel back. It will be about a week, maybe a little bit more since you originally left Coolclaw. Okay, you guys begin to disembark from the boat, and Captain Chomps gives you all a nod. All right, and kind of looks to Jack. I put in that good word like we said, and we hope you see you all again soon.
Poe just kind of looks at Sid, and as we're leaving, and he just goes, the nod from the memes that
Sid smiles and waves, and Aja gives Orson a slight nod, not necessarily approving or disapproving, completely neutral.
And then Lumpy or Bumpy or whatever Lumpy says it's goodbye.
Makes it sound effect. But you got it. Insert. Okay, so now you guys have to traverse back. We have these. You're traveling along the path, I assume, because I don't think you guys want to do anything wild with traveling through the forest.
No, yeah.
You guys want to go at a relaxing pace, average pace, safely, or urgently?
Probably safely.
I was gonna vote for safely.
Okay. +1 to the roll. Someone has to roll those 2d6.
I guess I haven't rolled yet for this, so I should probably do it. God forgive me. That's a 4.
That is a failure. Okay, so here we can rule this. Jason, if you want to assist and we want to force Orson to assist, we could do that to make it a mixed success if you guys want.
I would say
we all got our exhaustion checks cleared, so yeah, why not?
Okay, so that makes it a mixed success.
Yeah.
You are walking for a while, and what happens is actually Lumpy goes off course a little bit, and
Lumpy no.
and kind of goes to rush on the side of the woods and is sniffing around. And as you guys approach,
Poe's probably thinking in the cargo or in the wagon but Jack, you could do it.
Lumpy, what is it? You gotta pee? You got poop?
Lumpy says, insert sound effect. As you get closer, you smell blood, Jack.
As a crow, I begin to feast ravenously.
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes I forget we're birds. We're just animals.
But I'll investigate.
Okay. I want you to roll with cunning.
That is a 10.
That's excellent. Yeah. Okay. What you find is you find a eerie soldier. You find a cardinal. It's by itself, but there looks to be they're like, as you kind of enter through the brush a little bit, there's a little bit of clearing on the other side, and you see like signs of a battle. Like there are some pieces of bark missing on trees, some like sword marks. There is some blood kind of scattered through this clearing. And what you find on the body is there are this eerie soldier does have a quiver, like I've said, many of them do before. This one also has a bandolier, and there are some liquid-filled like glass bottles, 2 remaining on this bandolier.
Can I recognize what's in them?
Roll cunning.
I got another 10.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think especially because you're a tinker, you recognize it immediately. I'm going to send you a private message just in case you don't feel like sharing with the class.
Okay.
You recognize this immediately. I sent it to Facebook as something called salamander spit. It is a very explosive, flammable, basically like a molten cocktail meets a grenade. It is a highly volatile thing. You do notice that despite it looks to be there are a couple missing of these like vials on this guy's bandolier. None of the 4 seems burned where you currently are.
Okay, and you said there's 2?
There's 2 remaining on the bandolier.
And how many total does it look like could have been there?
6.
Oh, so 4 are missing.
4 are missing.
Okay. God.
Fantastic.
All right, I'll tell.
Okay.
About what I found. So I'll bring back what I found. And there's a big battle, and they were using very powerful explosives. Not here, but there's a dead eerie soldier, and there were 2 left out of 6.
He Poe kind of like looks over to you. Was it a bluebird?
No, it was a red bird.
Wait, what? What was in the jars?
A very, very powerful explosive.
Oh.
Didn't look like they used it here, but whoever either took them or used them, it can be very dangerous.
Did you take them?
I took the rest, yeah.
Oh. You gonna blow up the world there, Jack?
Blow it up, ransom, yeah, it's all the same.
Okay. Post like...
There was a big battle. Did I see anything else besides battle and just damage?
No. Yeah, and I mean, you didn't spend a ton of time. You're kind of looking. You could go back and investigate a little further and try. But from your kind of initial like looking at the body and looking at that's what got you the thing itself. You can go back and study further. The initial thing, like I said, is just that there was some sort of battle. As far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be a lot of other bodies.
Oh, well, Paul, we can see if there's anything else. If you're looking for some bluebird, or we can try to go tell Scowl.
Poe doesn't want to do either of those things. I just want to get back to Coolclaw.
Yeah, you guys are still about a day. It's not like it's right next goal. This is probably still a day and a half away from Coolclaw.
I'm sick of death.
All right, well, let's get out of here before anyone comes back.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
You stir, you put Lumpy back on the right path, and without any other incidents, you guys arrive at Coolclaw. As you begin walking through town, the Marquis soldiers greet you upon return. They take you all to. They begin escorting you all to Lord Scowl.
It's like that scene in Army of Darkness when Ash gets back from getting the book, and Poe's just like, yeah, get the fuck out of my face. Just pushes a guy and gets a drink.
And you follow them?
I mean, I guess we have to, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but...
Yeah, no, my intention...
Poe feels like he's just kind of on the rails at the moment. Not in a mental state, because he's just so thinking about everything that happened that he's just I'm just kind of going with what people tell me to do. I don't want to think right now because I'm thinking about other stuff. Just thinking about other stuff.
You enter Lord Scowl's, his fort, and then into his inner sanctum with the three of you. Orson is still there, and Leonard is in tow. Welcome back. I see you brought a guest. Lord Scowl approaches Leonard, towering over him with his fluffy fur, making him seem even larger than he is, and offers a gloved hand. Leonard kind of shakes and gives him a quick nod. So how did it go? I didn't think you'd be bringing back one of them, but and kind of he gestures to another soldier who gets some wine and some light refreshments for Leonard.
For Leonard?
Well, I guess for everyone, really.
No, just Leonard.
He serves Leonard first because Leonard is the Riverfolk, and that's what the whole thing was.
And he thinks that this is about to be a really great story about how this is all going to go well.
Yeah.
I think we should let Orson tell the story. I say that because Tom just texted me saying he's jumping on right now. So we went 2 seconds.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we had a good time with Chomp. He definitely sought to see us safely.
Good. Sit.
Chomp is good. He cared about our safety and saw us there, and didn't get in the way of anything or run away when the Eerie attacked.
Hold on. Okay, wait, sorry. Roll a charm check, so we just want to wait to have this conversation with Tom, but roll a charm check.
Was it 6? 7?
7, good. That's still mixed. Well, if you are vouching for them, perhaps we can offer them some more work. They're trusted. They've done a little bit for us before, but perhaps they can be trusted with a little bit more. Thank you.
Sid the good.
Is Sid another member of the crew there?
Sid Possum. Yeah.
Would you like a spot of trash or alcohol, my friend? Seems like you're tense.
He has a glass of wine in front of him and he's just looking at it. No. No, I'm good.
It's like that scene in Talladega Nights. He's got it, but he's shaking and it's going everywhere.
Yeah, Poe's noticeably subdued compared to normal. Yeah, I mean, he's not. I guess he's not nervously looking around the room trying to get being a little skee-ball. That's trying to figure out weaknesses and shit when he's just sitting there. He's noticeably just forward-facing, 1,000-yard stare.
I figured the comment about the Eerie is the best time for Tom to jump in.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you become a cow?
No one tell him. This is who I am, inside and outside.
Welcome, Tom. You are been thrown into the deep end with your comrades have decided to do that to you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that is a I mean, it's good to hear that you are safe and your Riverfolk seem to be doing okay.
Nobody's safe. Nobody's ever safe.
What's the news from the front lines, Lord Skull? Like, why are the Eries so present in this part of the woodlands?
Well, then it is a couple days trek from here. It's kind of in the middle.
Technically, something Tom didn't necessarily know about is we did see a dead cardinal on the way here. So.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's
I mean, you had your supplies taken on one side, and then on the other side, you had the Trader's Glen got all.
Trader's Glen isn't ours. I assume they couldn't.
Understood, but they're still around.
Well, yes. I mean, that is very concerning. We will, and he kind of like as you say that, he kind of gestures over to Lieutenant Sirius and kind of like talks under his breath for a minute to him. And Lieutenant nods and then begins to walk out. We will bolster security a little bit around the front gates. I will send word to the other Marquis to see if there are any, renewed attacks anywhere else. I mean, we are at war in several fronts. I'd mentioned that before you all left. That was one of the jobs potentially you could take.
I'll tell him what we found on the way too. I won't tell him the item that I found. But I will tell him that we found, the dead area and like exactly where, we found the battle.
I will send some soldiers to investigate, and I will bolster defenses here. Any more information that you all find or know, please come to me.
There was a bluebird.
Anything else?
There was a bluebird who commandeered a big boat. She was the one who led the attack on Trader's Glen. I stabbed her right in the
That boat is interesting. We are very close to there are mountains backing, but there is potentially water on the other side of those mountains for a little bit.
I don't know the name of the boat. I think I heard somebody say it was called the Quell.
Perhaps I will send out a vessel to keep watch, a patrol vessel.
She's a monster. Poe's gritting his teeth.
They're all monsters, Poe. Hauntingly towards a window.
Everyone's staring 1,000-yard stares in different directions. Even Leonard, for some reason. Leonard's just
actually
zoning out.
Yeah, Leonard actually looks more calm now that he's here. He is eating the food and drinking the wine provided.
Oh, yeah, of course he is.
Relaxed,
He's like heated as a bot.
Wouldn't trust Leonard too much. He's at least part eerie.
You're like full eerie.
Is there anything else? And he kind of goes off for a minute and calls another soldier over. As for your payments, you've done excellent work as always. I appreciate it. As for your payment, he has gold pouches for each of you as before, a little bit more. I can give you all about 5 gold. Cat gold basically. Once again, everything is bartered here. Or if you'd like, I could give you all a slightly reduced amount, and I could give you some property here in Coolclaw. House of your own, if you'd like, or perhaps an establishment if that is more to your suiting. But we are in a position where we can do that. That is something you'd like more than.
What do you boys think?
You don't have to decide right now either. You can take the night or two to think about it. No rush.
I'll think about it.
Well, how about this? I'll give you all 3 gold now, and you can let me know. You can come back and either get the rest, or you can ask for the deed.
I don't know why I had the speed racer.
If
you want to be a real race car driver, then you will sign that contract right now.
Well, Scott, I don't mean to talk for all my friends, but I look at them and nod. I'm like, we're vagabonds. We don't live under a roof.
That's fair.
We'll take the gold.
We don't live under anyone's foot. He stares at Lord Scowl.
All right. If you are all in agreement,
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
It hands you remaining 2 gold. So now you all have 5, like basically depletion back. If that goes over your track, you can write it on the side that you have like an extra. Is there any? You all can come back in a day or 2, and I will have some more news on more jobs of work. If you,
I'll be at the bar. He just gets up mid-sentence and starts walking out slowly.
And get it as you leave, and I assume Morrison and Jack are following soon, at least. He says, "But once again, you have done a fantastic job. I'm sure talks here with Leonard will go smoothly, and both of us appreciate your effort."
You're welcome, Lord Scowl.
Do you both leave?
We just stand around awkwardly.
Cool.
Until we're
Awesome.
dismissed.
Awesome. Okay. As you leave, you guys begin to, I don't know where you're all headed in town, but as you kind of exit Lord Scowl's manor and get into Coolclaw proper, you notice the Marquis soldiers are more friendly than before. Some greet you by name, some offer high fives or fist bumps as you walk past, and others provide a simple nod and a smile. You all increase your reputation with the Marquis de Cat by 4 more. So now you're a +1. You are currently, so mechanically what this means is A, you're respected. You're treated with politeness and valued by members of this faction.
Even Poe?
Yeah. You also increase your
scum like Poe.
You either increase, or if you don't have it, add it, a Riverfolk +2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even me?
Even you. Yeah. Okay, so you all leave Coolclaw to leave Lord Scowl's manor together. What do you all do now that you're in
Jack,
bar?
Jack, we should go on a grand side adventure to find out who your dad is.
It's like the scene at the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Like a whole tangent you have not prepared for.
But I know who my dad is.
Oh, okay. Well, quest finished. What do we get?
And you can do all whatever. Poe is going to go at least to back to the Hop and Frog. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I don't know. What time is it? Is it like nighttime or?
No, I think it's like you guys at least rested on the road there because you're traveling safely. So it's probably like probably like 5 o'clock, 5 p.m.
Bit of day drinking for old Poe, I guess.
Not too sure what we should do. Maybe, well, probably rest a little because my exhaustion's really bad.
Sure.
Yeah, I think a rest would be a good way to do after the travel and all that's happened.
Yeah.
I call it a little spoon.
You all get back. You all get back to the Hop and Frog. So there are some soldiers in there and some workers, some farmers that greet you. You see behind the counter is Rufus, a slightly bigger mouse. It kind of has a handlebar mustache with his chops. Welcome.
Hey, Rufus.
Hey.
Where's your wife?
Whoa.
Oh, he kind of looks. Kind of.
She alone?
Are you alone?
Are you alone? What are you doing tonight, handsome?
His eyes kind of like you see a nervousness flashes over his face for a second and says, I'll tell you later."
Ooh.
What?